Barreto.
Before we get too far, I'd like to mention a few things for your own safety and comfort. There's no smoke. During the tram tour today, you will experience some great creative illusions and live special effects, including coming up next over on my side, behind the green fence. It's the most spine-tingling, chilling adventure in 65 million years. Universal has brought Small Soldiers, in which it combines live actors and computer-animated characters. Currently in production here at Universal is a movie called Man on the Moon. It's about the life of comic Andy Kaufman. Eddie Murphy just finished one of his latest movies here called Life. It's from Imagine Entertainment. Life also stars Martin Lawrence. Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence play two convicted criminals who are sentenced to life in prison, but they are forced to share the same cell. Life filmed extensively, coming up here on my side in stage number 28, which you'll see in just a second. Stage 28, by the way, is the oldest soundstage in Hollywood. Used in 1925 for Phantom of the Opera, the silent classic starring Lon Chaney Sr. To this day, the original Opera House boxes stand inside of stage 28. Stage 23 and stage 22 on the driver's side were used recently for a mini-series coming out soon called Net Force, based on the works of Tom Clancy. The entire mission control room that you saw in the movie was built and filmed right here on Universal Stage 27, over on the driver's side behind the two white trucks.
This is Houston. Say again, please. Houston, we have a problem.
Through the years, Universal has also brought you a number of television series. Some of your favorite shows have filmed here on our lot, including The Rockford Files, The Jack Benny Show, Leave It to Beaver, The Munsters, Kojak, Quantum Leap, The A-Team, Knight Rider, and more recently, Murder, She Wrote, and Sliders. Well, coming up along the way on my side of the tram, you'll see some of the sound stages we use for television series. They're slightly smaller than the sound stages used in the early 80s for the Embassy television series, Different Strokes. And currently in production on stage 42 is a new half-hour sitcom, Holding the Baby. Our sitcom that will air on ABC. It's called Brother's Keeper. Last but not least, on my side of the tram at stage 44, used for scenes in the movie The Birds back in the 60s. Stage 44 is also the former home of the television series Who's the Boss? And now in production on stage 44, we have a movie called Bowfinger's Big Thing. Bowfinger's Big Thing stars Steve Martin and Eddie Murphy. The movie is written by Steve Martin and it is directed by Frank Oz. All of our movies and television series require set pieces. Some of them are built right here in Building 480 on my side of the tram. This is Universal's technical building. This building also houses our paint and electrical departments as well as special effects. Coming up here on the driver's side are some tan buildings we call bungalows. They were originally built as dressing rooms and apartments for many of the contract stars, including Rock Hudson, Doris Day, and Lucille Ball. Right now, they are used as offices. One of our most famous bungalows is number 105, coming up next on the driver's side. Bungalow 105 also has a red sign on the front door. This bungalow is Alfred Hitchcock's former bungalow. Mr. Hitchcock created such great movies as Rear Window, Psycho, The Birds, Rope, and of course on television, Alfred Hitchcock Presents. Again, it's bungalow 105 right here on the driver's side. Nicknamed San Francisco Street because it appeared as the Bay Area in numerous television series, including Macmillan and Wife, starring Rock Hudson and Susan St. James. The sets at the end of this street also appeared in San Francisco in the series Ironside, starring Raymond Burr. If you look over here on my side of the train, you will start to see some of these San Francisco facades. They look like they're made of brick and stone, but if you look closely, you'll notice that is not true. They're made of lightweight materials such as fiberglass, foam rubber, styrofoam, and would. Well, if everyone, if you get your cameras ready, as soon as we turn the corner, you'll be coming up here on my side of the tram. Was used recently in one of the last episodes of Seinfeld from Castle Rock. It was here on Brownstone Street where Kramer went to the Puerto Rican Day Festival in New York City. Again, here is Brownstone Street. Right now, we are going to try as hard as we can to get the tram up to 88 miles per hour so we can take all of you back to the future. Tower where Doc Brown harnessed the lightning bolt to propel Marty McFly all the way back to the future. The series of films starred Michael J. Fox as well as Christopher Lloyd.
Hey, Doc, we better back up. We don't have enough road to get up to 88. Roads? Well, we're going blur.
We had the lawn out here, except in the middle of it was a big war memorial statue. The lawn was circled by a hedge that was about a foot where Gregory Peck defended his for his 20th Century Fox film, Dr. Dolittle, in this area. If you saw that movie, it was the scene in which he remembered he could still speak. We do have bad weather here, and it forces us to film outdoor scenes inside of a soundstage. Well, the stage we're going into right now is where we have a complete New York City street scene built for those occasions. Driver's side. In Beretta, and the street was also used in the 1800s on an episode of Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman starring Jane Seymour on CBS. The street used in the late 70s for the series called The Rockford Files. As you can see, it is falling apart in many sections. Alright folks, it looks like we have to make a quick detour here over the old bridge. Just stay seated, remain calm, I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. It looks like the bridge is still sturdy enough to get us across one last time. Oh, this is good. Ah! Close one. Whoa, that was a close one.
These guys do this 10 toes at a time. They
rebuild. The bridge is using a hydraulic system to put itself right back together again. Department. Back. Most of the plants you saw in the movie were actually artificial plants. The reason why we used all the artificial plants in that film was to give it a certain cartoon-like atmosphere. Flintstones. The house belonged to the Rubble family. Just a clip by the mother and father T-Rex. Next, we have some cages and carriers used by the fictional company called InGen to transport and hold all of the dinosaurs. The Lost World was the much-anticipated sequel to the worldwide smash of 1993 called Jurassic Park. Special effects people are still around. And maybe they can show us what they've been working on. Hey, any special effects people here? Can anyone show us what you've been working on? Hello, you guys still up there? I think they're at the top of the hill.
Okay, let's add a little rain. First,
the archway. The door frames here on the street, some are very small, some are very big. You see, that was done as a camera trick. The cowboys would stand in front of the small doors and look big and brawny in the Old West. The ladies would stand in front of the big doors and it made them look very small and petite. It's formed into the entire Pacific. Coming up here on my side of the tram, that big ship appeared in the Weird Science Show on USA. And Lily Tomlin pushed this shopping cart in the movie The Incredible Shrinking Woman. Coming up, made the part of Moses. Moses, you might remember, stood high up on the cliff, raised up his staff to part the waters of the Red Sea so everybody could safely pass through. Well, wow, it looks like Moses was here a moment ago because in front of we're traveling through the Red Sea. Take some pictures though, it'll be your only chance to get a picture at sea level. Just be prepared. There might be more water up ahead. There appeared in the 20th Century Fox film, Mel Brooks's History of the World, Part 1. If anyone here today saw the movie The Shadow, you might recognize this set piece over on my side of the tram. It's the one behind the black fence in the movie. That was the very first movie from Universal to win the Academy Award for Best Picture. The 1920 series of films. Well, that tradition continues today. Straight ahead of us is Soundstage 50. The cast and crew is off today, and we have permission to mention that a rail train can come through here at any time. Now, okay. All right, everyone, just remain calm, stay seated, please. It's just a trimmer, nothing to fear. As I was saying, though, this movie is set. All right, looks like you've been holding on a little tighter than expected. Winchester 73, starring Jimmy Stewart, have filmed right here. The sets here are built slightly smaller than real buildings. They are all on the 7th to 8th scale. Again, that's the infamous camera trick, and made the cowboy seem larger than life in the Old West. This is part of the oldest section of our backlot. All the sets here were built in the early 1900s, and the sets here in Denver Street were built to look like a gold mining town around the turn of the century. In fact, if I remember correctly, just ahead of us is the Universal Studios gold mine.
Hey, tell me, can I get you there? Well, there's a whole lot of gold.
Got it.
Get out of here. Let me back, Sheriff.
All right, thank you, Sheriff. Another one is right over here on my side of the tram. Alrighty, get your cameras ready because up the street, coming up over here on my side of the tram, there's the waters off the coast of Amity. You'll notice there's not many people out here, and there's a reason for that. They got the word yesterday. The waters here have become shark infested. Hey, buddy, jump out of your boat. What are you doing, man? Hey, listen to me. There's a shark. No, help, help, help. Oh, now you're asking for help. Whoa. Oh, no. Shark. Okay, out in the water, you'll see a yellow buoy. At the end of that buoy, we put some bait. If the shark takes the bait, I'll send one of you out there to get the shark. Look, the shark's taking the bait. Wait a minute. He's pulling the dock away with it. Hold on. Sure your loved ones are still in the tram. Now look across the water. You will see a red and white boat. That boat was used in the movie Jaws back in 1975. That was years. Well, if you still don't know, I'm going to give you a little musical clue. Starring Dolly Parton and Burt Reynolds. This house has 4 walls and a roof, but it does not function as a real house would. Well, there's other famous houses on this street, and I will talk. The next house on the driver's side is Jimmy Stewart's house from Harvey. Mr. Stewart, though, had some very creepy neighbors. There is 1313 Mockingbird Lane, home of the Munsters, which filmed here at Universal in the early 60s. The yellow house belonged to the Hardy Boys. It was also the house in the new Lassie series. And Doris Day and James Garner lived here, the gray house with the porch and the thrill of it all. But just ahead of us, they're working on some motorcycle stunts for a pilot for a new series called Action Man. So as we drive around the circle, if you'd like to take a picture too, we can check out some of the motorcycle stunts they're working on. Again, they're working on Action Man. Catch some of the cast and crew members up in the upper level of the park later today. Well, this house has been around, known as the home from Leave It to Beaver. Drew lives right down the road here. Her house is green with black window trim. And next to her, we have a detective again. The house with the blue shutters is Eddie Griffith's house from Matlock. And the last house is the house of the Seven Gables from the 1940 film starring Vincent Price. You'll notice now we've turned up a deserted road, and it was on a road like this one, except it was every side of some of the original sets from Psycho. Well, I wonder whatever did happen to Marion Crane. Psycho was one of Alfred Hitchcock's biggest hit films, and this part of the Backlot looked like they were hit by a hurricane and then later deserted. Again, this is Site B from The Lost World. Starring John Candy and Dan Aykroyd, and behind it you'll see the big blue backdrop. In front of the backdrop we filmed the splashdown scene in Apollo 13. The backdrop also used for special effects in the TriStar picture Godzilla starring Matthew Broderick. Well, I'm sure many of you have seen the Parallel to Hamilton. That's the movie about the volcano that erupts. Right now, though, for an hey, where are they? They seismologist, where are ya? They're not answering. Well, maybe they just ran out back to check on a reading or something. Their truck's here. They could have not come. Okay, folks, apparently the volcano has decided to become active today. Wouldn't you know it? Great shot of the backlot where we just visited. The San Gabriel, Santa Susana mountain ranges in the background, and the big buildings are part of the city of Burbank.
She's definitely more than a choice.